Right, you pay one last time, and there we go. And let me also edit this broadcast. Yeah, I know it's not champ, but still, we need to solve a thing. Okay, basically I hope it's working. Yes, got him. Alright, so the stream is on. I'm gonna edit it as soon as possibly can. I can. So welcome everyone. Already 8 people on the season start. Very nice result. Wow, 12. Very nice. Okay. I will be here. Don't worry. Just let me enter your chat because I see some messages already. Welcome everyone, welcome. We have no Williams drivers. One McLaren driver is missing, but it's Yupo with connection issues. So hope it will not be an issue. And I know it's not champ, it's me, it's Wojtinho, the boss. I just hope it will not make it a different thing. But I don't know where is champ, and I will surely invite him now to the party, so we'll finally get him and he will make the stuff. I'm not gonna shout anyway, like I did in season 3. That's from my personal notes. I know you can already see the blue screen, but champ has to be invited. But he's even not active. So Williams drivers both actually are getting unreported abstention. Okay. 13 people racing, no Yuppe unfortunately. This is called, for him, this is fortunate, it's disconnect. Alright, 15 drivers on the grid. I'm going to reveal the full grid just after setting thumbnails and other stuff. And also there will be a slow mode, but don't worry, it's only going to be a few, like 5-7 seconds. Not this one, but this one. And I have also the description. So yeah, typical keyboard stuff. But I'm in a hurry. So no one has... Oh, there are some people already leaving the garage. It's Jorn, it's Kadir, Yucher, Monstermouse, Vifal, Krokratek, Kamer, Goro, Satsun Beach Bar, and so on and so on. So basically, we have started a new season in F3. This is the first full Formula 3 season in our league. Wow, what a progress. Anyway, 15 drivers plus Jure. Oh, finally I have to see that, what I mean. That Codemasters have added the invite friends button for spectators, which was the main problem in F1 2019 and 2018, but fortunately it's back, or actually not back, but it's added. So just a few more dashes, General English, F1 2020, let's go. And also this. 6 seconds of slow-mo, because why not? Welcome everyone on this broadcast. Let's start the season. Who is the first one to make a lap? Not Pratek, the British driver, but Kadir. He's still going. Not like the Racing Sport driver who have already the first spin of the season in Formula 3. It's Monster Most. We've rested to track, but in quali we don't care about that. The worst thing will be during the race. Kadir is on sector 2 already, so we'll stay with Alfa Romeo driver. Basically many of the drivers, I can even say maybe even every driver is making his debut in ERO today. Completely new nicknames, completely new drivers comparing to season 3. So starting from Kadir, because we have him in Alpha, and so I can also... Okay, I just lost my mind. Difficult to make a first broadcast after over 2 months. Kadir finishes his lap making 1:22.4, which is not the greatest, but also not the worst beginning of the session. I'm looking to you guys right now on the stream. Okay. Most is doing the slow lap. Vifat has invalidated lap time. I hope his teammate will join the lobby at the end. Maybe he will skip the COVID, but he will be in the race. Goat came and makes the fastest lap currently with 1:22.0. We have also 2 AlphaTauris, both AlphaTauris near to each other, who is finishing laps most, but I can also spot one Red Bull and Giraffe. The only German driver currently in F3 finishes his lap and makes it the fastest with over a second ahead of everyone. 1:21 exactly, 0.000. Actually, If I'm doing his hot lap, same as Guyer, and he's the only driver on the grid, I have just realized, who is not making his debut. He was racing in F2 last season. He even achieved a podium in US Grand Prix in F2 after crazy safety car last laps. He finished in 3rd place, and as I remember, he was 5th on the finish line. So some happy memories about F2, but now he's starting F3 because, as in the form, he is racing currently no assist, and as we can see, 1:24.2 made by team. Okay, can I finally read the chat? Our gamers, I hope so. Only 15 people, there should be 16, and 2 more drivers have decided that they don't care about it. Vifat made the second place, by the way, with 1:21.5. Retro Gaming is a reserve driver, but he's making his way on sector 3. What his lap can be. Already 43 messages, guys, you're crazy! So, sound lower, can't hear you over engines. Well, how do I make it? Okay, party settings, and I will need to change my path too. And also, it might be because you can't hear me over engines. Now I get it. So I have turned up master volume, but if you wish, tell me if it's good now. If it's working. Rick is just led by Guyer. What about the details? Let's see the tires. Only Jörn is the one who made the lap on medium tires. Rick is making 1:29, so it's 3rd place currently. Goro is the 2nd driver on mediums. What his score can be, what his lap time can be, it's going to be not the slowest, definitely. It's going to be 6th place, and it's 1:22.3. Also, I have just received a a new form response, so Rejak already retires. He spun in turn 12, which was legendary in Season 3. I remember Nurloser crashing out, and F1 of course, Edzax crashing out, same as Christopherek, Nurloser, Nizo. So how many victims will crash in this turn? I hope none, but we will see it today. Goro probably on his way to the pits. Let me see lap times of this new driver. Alright, so half of the 8 minutes have passed now, and only Sunset Beach Bar and Rejak have not done a lap, and Most, he is definitely going to improve it. 147.3 is not the result he wished to have. Sunset Beach Bar is on his outlap. So, Sunset Beach Bar on his outlap continuing. I will do little stuff. So, basically just give me a minute. Members. Alright, F2 reserve for the new driver, Tobias. F2 reserve. Sunset Beach Bar starting his hot lap, so I will leave you with him probably. I am a predict as Binala now. Little too quiet with the engine, but perfect. Okay. Half of the qualifying is passed. Also we have Most retiring. It's not the turn 12, but turn 10. So what just happened there for the Turkish? Let's see that. He's probably, yeah, he crashed into the wall, so probably lost traction on the exit. We could see that thanks to Kame. But there's also second runner of Sunset Beach Bar, who is now going through turn 12. Fortunately not crashed in there. Now he's coming to last corners. We remember this corner because of Plazable's crazy attack on Anvor in Season 3. Sunset Beach Bar now crosses the line to make the lap time of 1:22.9, so at least he broke the barrier of 1:23. This places him on the 9th place on the grid, but he's already pushed to 10 by Prof Pratek. Also a Ferrari finishes his lap, but it's Maciek on outlap. He will just start it, but Kadir Yucher seems to finish it now. JGVI celebrating his predictions on the chat. Meanwhile, Kadir Yucher makes 3rd place on the standings. Giraffe is with 1:21.0 exactly stays on the 1st place. Someone I spot a stack behind someone, but I can't see a thing. So who is finishing the lap? It's not Kadir. 19 people on the broadcast. We're almost breaking the record of people on the F1 title decider last season. Wow! What's going on anyway on the chat? You can ask me questions. Don't. Who do you think will win today? Definitely not me. I predict myself if I don't make Wojtinho. If I will not make it, then I will be in the point, but that's all. We have already Urn Fun, 20 people, very nice result. Anyway, expect me to mute for a minute after the qualifying session, because I need to take water, I need to take to change my pad, because this one is very low on charge. so don't worry about it if it will happen. We are staying with Goro as he is coming to the sector 3. Just ahead of him there is Racing Point, but it's Kronk, as I can see, because Prof Bratek is in the pit, and we have someone spun, and it's Kronk retiring from the session. So, disaster for the Racing Point, who was hoping for a better lap than he has now. But now he's forced to start at worst on the 13th place. Reminded that AlphaTauri of Guigui is on the outlap, and Leto Gaming is during, I don't know if it's end lap. Goro makes the second place with 1:21.2. I just thought for a moment, Flo, you're second faster after the race 5. We'll have driver swaps, and it will mean that you will go there to F2. But he's just 2 tenths faster than Goro. Quarter of a second, apparently. Wiefeld on sector 3. We can spot a Haas of Leto Gaming again, the only Haas on the grid today. And he makes it on the 8th place with 1:22.3. Also, who is finishing? Wiefeld is finishing, but you can also spot AlphaTauri on the outlap, Ferrari in the pits. 22 people on the broadcast, it's the most. Wow. Wiefeld has finished his outlap, but he was 1/10 slower than his best lap. So it doesn't give him anything. Only 5th place, there he stays. Wait a minute. I'm back. Anything happened during this time? I hope so. No, I hope no. We felt on the in-lap. Rick is pushing now. Let's see. He is still going on the same compound of softs, so it's definitely not helping him to make the lap time, and he is invalidated, but you could see he missed it by a single millimeter. Or how do you call it in the US system? Because in the metric system it's millimeter, but I don't know. It cannot be a yard or something. Prof Pratek Milan starting the hot lap, same as I can see Renault is on outlap, and Guigui retires from the session after being crushed in turn 12 again. So he will definitely not improve his lap time. Less than 3 minutes to go, and my SOR is already done. Wow. Apart from myself, well, I need to review this. The Australia race is not. It's like we don't know most of the drivers' pace because there are a lot of new drivers. Things will change definitely. But one of my favorites is John Gaccio, to be honest. The Frenchman is probably going to make a strong result. Meanwhile, as you can see, Flo is improving by only 16,000 of a second, but it's still something. Meanwhile, Prof Pratek in sector 3. Can he improve his 10th place? It's very much possible to make, but I can see he's going only half throttle and no ERS, so never mind. And he cut the entry. So you will stay with Giraffe or Rick? Rick is still trying with the same compound. No DRS opened. And Rick anyway has done the second place. 1:21.1. Meanwhile, Flo is making around a tenth faster, so he can break that 1:21. Is he going to make it? Yes, he is, with 1:20.6. Wow. Great pace made by this driver in this qualifying session. Also, McLaren is finishing his lap, but Wiefeld has not improved once again. Kind of worrying situation for him. 23 people. Very nice result at the start. This is how we should start the season. So currently, just predict the top 3. Okay, I can only say John Gatti is my favorite. I cannot reveal everything. You know, you expect you to be the one of the favorites. But if there was Guy, then he would be the favorite. He would be the one. But I can say that Edzax will have strong result. But I'm not sure. This is new season, so there's nothing to know. There's nothing we know about driver space, especially if it's new game, not F1 2019. And also we can see Racing Pod of the Gravel, but it's Prof Pratek. 10 seconds to go anyway, and Prof Pratek retires, so he will not improve his lap time. Only Sunset Beach Bar still can manage to beat him and start on the top 10. Qualifying session has just ended, and the closest one to the line is currently one of the Renaults. It's Kame, the only Czech driver on the grid in this division, because in F1 reserves we have also Vito. My pace has improved a lot. We will see that. No ERS from Kame, but can he improve? No, definitely. But the second Renault can, and it's Sunset Beach Bar crossing the line into 8th place. What about second Alfa Romeo? Goro goes into second. Kadir just is about to finish his lap, and it's going to be the last lap in this qualifying session. Is he able to improve? Is he able to outscore Vipet? At least he's doing the 4th place. So very positive start of the season for him. Wow, 131.2. This is a similar lap time I do, to be honest, or 128 or something. I've done the practice qualifying session. So these drivers are not that slow, to be honest. Well, I will be in top 10 only, I think. Alright, let me see the best tires. Only Jur has qualified on mediums, and he's the only top 10 driver with these tires. Anyway, though I see a lot be glitched, because as you can notice, we have drivers in the pit. Let me already screenshot the results of the qualifying, because nothing will change. But we'll have to wait that 1 minute remaining. And if it's broken, then we will have to restart the lobby. Like usual stuff in this game. Some people called it far from being ready for the racing. It's not glitching. You know the solution? We are just waiting for the pit crew. The cars need to be inside of the garage. But there is every car inside, except the ones on the track, of course. You can see, Katy Future is still going on the lap. Okay, 20 seconds remaining. I hope that it will not glitch. Let's see. Wow, we have 3 drivers very close to each other. Both Renault and Alfa Romeo. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's verify it. Got him! 8th place by Sunset Beach Bar. Anyway. Yeah, it's just weird. Okay, so we have 15 drivers who finished the qualifying. Redjack is the only one not to make a lap. And Monstermost 147.3. It's not the positive start. I will leave you with the qualifying results. Anyway, everyone with a lap time is there, so just water. Thank you. Thank you. And remember to leave that like button. I'm back. So basically 20.5 is pretty good. I think that Flo will make it to F2 if he will continue going that fast. But what do I say? No Juppe, unfortunately. But he was there and he got connection issues. So that's why he's not racing. We are waiting for the formations lap to start. Maybe a quick reminder about Xbox race. 11 drivers only on the grid. It was the worst result as we had only one unreported abstention. But during the start there was a little carnage, which I still waiting for the video. And 2 drivers left just like that. So only 6 finishers because 2 more drivers have disconnected from the session. Wow, we have some new graphics. Predicted pit stop strategy, and basically we had 2 stops. And why this only displays for 2 seconds? It's way too little time to read it. But I seen 1 stop and 2 stop strategy. So we are waiting. Well, drivers in sector 2 they are. Hello. So just a moment, they are in sector 3. Goro and Flo have escaped from the grid by a lot. Also Rick Philippier escaped from the group. We can see drivers have some distance between each other. And now Flo is already on the last 2 corners. Are we going to see any attack like Plazambol and Alvor on the last lap of the season 3? Are we going to changeable conditions because no one's told me anything? Maybe there's try all the way. Like it wasn't in season 2 when we had a rainy weather. Also Australia is the only PS4 ERO race which held a 25% race distance race. It was first ever F2 race in Australia, but after that drivers were massively talking about we need to make a 50% race, and it happened instantly. Alright, you can see some shaking, but we are ready to start the season 4. We are waiting for the driver, for the lights to come out. There are 5 red lights and it's lights out and away we go with the season 4 in F3 division in Australian Grand Prix. It was a great start by Giraffe Esport Flow, who is extending his lead. Meanwhile we have both Alfa Romeos. Now there is also a little crash, as we can see. Maciek is out of the track, spun around, and he will come back on the track on the last place. However, everyone else stays there, so 14 drivers right now are still going. You can see 2 battles for the places. Rejak manages to overtake Kronk. Also, he tried to make it on Monstermost. However, he is again behind because, as we can see, he has damaged front wing. Also, Letter Gaming has lost 2 places, and we can spot him having a wing damage probably. Gui has overtook him. He's letting everyone by as possible. As Rejak, as you can see, he's using half throttle, but also led on the position 12. Let's see the front anyway. There, everyone is going like always, like they are going just normally. So we will say there's a massive big wing damage from Retro Gaming after Monstermo is going slowly on the corner. Also, Rejak already overtakes the Haas, who goes out of the track. Kronk very close to touch him. Maciek fortunately is only 1.5 of a second behind, so he restored that gap very quickly. Giraffe Esport Flow is already escaped by 2 seconds from Garo. We have yellow flag in sector 3. Someone has just spun or what? No, it's only Monstermos and LED Gaming both in the pits. We have also Kadir with 2 tenths only behind Rick. But also we have Renault changing positions. It's game ahead of Sunset Beach Bar. Then we have Bjorn in 8th. Also Monster Most overtakes Led, but Led has pit later. Maciek already with first 3-second tire penalty for this season F3. Reminder about the pit stop strategy. Soft hard, soft medium. And I will not tell which strategy I will prefer during the F2 race. Let's keep that clean. Giraffe too fast, you say? Or wait for him into turn 12. Well, I don't wish him bad. But like, if he's that fast, he will probably be F2 reserve. Because come on. If there's someone significantly slower in F2, then we will make a swap with that guy. Meanwhile, Maciek overtakes Kronk for the 12th place. Does Kronk have wing damage? Yes, he has one on the left side. 125.0 by Giraffe. Still continuing in the first place, but he's only 4 tenths a lap faster than Garo. Or what? Kronk has already received 5 second. Let's see the fastest laps. He's 1 second faster. He clearly deserves a seat in better division. Also, Pratek very close to Guir. Is he going to make a move? Maybe not now, but later. Folded in place. We are staying with Rick Filbier on the third in AlphaTauri. He is between Alfa Romeos. This means he has to watch out from both sides. And does he have wing damage? Kader receives 3-second tire penalty. No, he has no damage. So it was just my view of that. Is that Yupa on the chat? I don't know, to be honest. Godkamer misses his breaking point as he still stays in 6th. He tried to overtake Wiefeld, but it didn't happen. Anyway, I can spot there will be a battle for the position number 13 if Led will catch up to Monster Most. Also Rick with Yubier currently on the 3rd, but also Kadir makes the late braking very close between them. How they did it, that I don't know. But fortunately, the Turkish has managed to not touch Rick Wilbier's back, and he stays on the 4th place. Rejak very close to Prof Pratik, so another battle going on. With Monster Most making the fastest lap of the race. Definitely a little bit surprising after qualifying result. But somehow, if he will have a bit of luck, he will catch the rest of the grid and maybe fight for some points. Wiefeld with 3-second tire penalty. He is behind. Wait. Okay, we just discovered a new function that if you go to the broadcast camera and you make the rear view, you go to onboard. So that's a nice feature discovered by me. So we are back on the main straight with lap 5 starting out of 29. Rick stays on the 3rd place between the Alfa Romeos. Also Goat came overtakes Wiefeld down the straight into turn 1, but Wiefeld seems to be a bit faster on the corner. Sunset in the 3-second with the 3-second time penalty. And also Kronk overtook Let Gaming. We have a crash in sector 3. Something happened. Okay, that's it. I thought there is more. Where did he get penalty? It's Wi-Fi doesn't work. I understand. Okay, let me just switch to Maciek because he's very close to his countryman. And Wiefeld has received the penalty from the game by corner cutting. The game decides. Let Gaming into the pit again. Maybe a hard until the end of the race. Easy to manage. And also we have Alpha Tower is out on the gravel and it's Rick Filbier. We have forgot about completely about going at the front. Monster Most is his 3-second time penalty. Probably Rick didn't wait for both poles, but he comes back on track on the 12th position. And he has wing damage. He needs to pit if he wants to have any... No, he doesn't! We went with 10 seconds time penalty and it's surely going to be removed. Also 5 seconds for the speeding in the pit lane. What a disaster for Wiefeld, but he'll probably get that penalty removed. That, yeah, I saw it, but thank God there is a ghosting on. And also review here, maybe a little karma, that 5-6 type edit for speeding in the pit lane. My ultra tip is not to turn on the pit lane limiter, but slowing down manually. There is also another time for battle for the 11th place. Proof Pratek and Rejak win something interesting on this race. Because except 3 fuel bears made a crash on the turn 12, nothing happened. Maybe a little wing damages. But we can see a nice point of view from this, probably a helicopter with 3 drivers fighting for the position number 9. 8. It's gone now. But thank you. The broadcaster. Going through turn 12, no one has spun out, fortunately. Kader seems to gain a bit. Also, can we spot someone going to the pits? We have yellow flag sector 1 and it's Mercedes of Monstermost. He has switched off many assists, so maybe that's a problem. Goro in the pits, so I was right about this pitting. For hard tires, we have yellow flag sector 3 and that equals with Wiefeld with the first retirement of the season in F3. He crashed out on turn 12, so we knew the victim was coming. Is there any safety car, or at least virtual one? I don't think so, unfortunately. Because it would restore Monstermost and level gaming's chances for some kind of result. We will stay with Sunset Beach Bar and Urn. That actually works. Well, please no. JGVI, it's Wojtinho, don't. Well, Sunset Beach Bar reels his position to Urn. Pratek almost had a little slide, but nothing major. And Rejak is much faster, but he brakes early. Flow pits for probably new hard tires, because it's way too early to pit for mediums, but I will see that. He goes for another compound of softs? Is he that confident or what? Wiefeld have pitted for inters. What? He probably accidentally pitted for them. Well, we have the weirdest retirement of the season already. And Goat came in, Sunset Beach Bar decided to do a double stack and it didn't work, as you can see. Sunset Beach Bar pits for another compound of sons while his teammate is going for hard tires. And also we can see a fight for the 5th place. Fortunately for Flo, he overtook all of them. Rick Vilbier makes the fastest stop currently on his fresher soft tires than the race start ones. Okay, time to spin Nala. Well, we are waiting for someone until 12 then. I'm nervously watching the minimap. Like, honestly. There's the Ferrari, nothing. Alpha Tauri, nothing. Red Bull, still nothing. Maybe this time, let's see it from Magic's camera. And we have a contact! Not a Spinala, but still something. Magic has lost part of his front wing and this means he will pit. He has 7 laps old soft tires, so this means he will go anyway for hard tires and make it until the end of the race. switch to intermediate instead of mediums. There's a massive F to pay respects. But also we have yellow flag to Scooter 1. Who is that? It's Mercedes of Monster Most again. He lost the position to Lethal Gaming. But still, he managed to make no damage. That ghost is interesting. Sunset Beach Bar with DRS. Maciek gets out of the pits in the 11th place because Kronk is way too far. 60 km per hour. We can also see the pit window is now open for medium tires. Flo is only 3 tenths behind. He will try everything now to overtake Guy. Can he make it? He seems to be a bit faster, but he will need to wait after turn 12. Then he will have an opportunity to attack. As he will go down the inside into turn 13. And Guiger locks up, there was a contact, but Flo gets out as a winner of this little battle for the 3rd place. And he will come back on the position number 2 as Jurn is on medium tires. Kinda good strategy. Guiger pits. Meanwhile, Flo will get back on the 2nd place. Kadir Yuche is trying one-stop strategy with pitting on the hards. What about Gui? We will see that in a moment. Let's see if Garo can overtake Prof Pratek. Gui goes for hard, so this means one-stop strategy if he doesn't crash out. Also, we can see Pratek kinda struggling with these medium tires. Making little wheel spins. Meanwhile, both Alphas are fighting for the 5th place, but Kadir makes ahead of his teammate. Little water, little sip of water, not a sip. If anyone misses these words. But we are back to action. Ryczak is currently the driver with the most gained places, but he still hasn't done a pit stop. 7 places up is Prof Pratek. Jurn is 9 positions up with his medium tires. But from the drivers who haven't pitted who have pitted already, it's Guy with the most promotion. With the biggest promotion of 5 places. Kadir Yuche very close to catch Prof Pratek. Is he going to overtake him now? Or does he wait until the main straight? He waits probably. Wait a minute, I will read that, but I read about the Veloz. There was almost a contact. Giraffe Esports Flow makes the fastest lap again. Well, you can invite him only to F1. Meanwhile, Kadir makes a move. He doesn't. On Prof Pratek. You can invite him to watch. But to race, he's gonna be way too fast. Even faster than Max Rowe. But only in F1. Rick Vilbier meanwhile fights with Guy. Is there going to be a contact? There is a contact, and Sunset Beach Bar is spun. He's the victim of this battle between 2 Alpha Tauris. Gets back on track. Is he going to be ahead of Ferrari driver? Yes, he is. But he lost a lot of time. No, I'm not sure about that because Maciek is much faster. But he stays behind. And Sunset manages to make it with no damage. Also, you can see Yellow Tactical 2. What is going on here? I have many battles right now. It's probably Monster Most spinning. Yes. But he seems to get something. Prof Pratek retires for the session. Meanwhile, there is so many action going on. Yes, he spun. And same as Monster Most. And we have virtual safety car. On the lap 12 we have the first ever kind of neutralization, or how do you call it, in this season in F3. So many drivers use this opportunity to pit. I see. He can watch definitely. Everyone is welcome to watch. So now virtual safety car with 12 laps already done. And we are waiting to restart the race. We'll switch to the battle, that very close one. Drive-through penalty for Kronk after speeding on the VSC. But we're back racing. Kadir on the third place behind Jurn is probably going to overtake him very soon. He needs to get that second place and possibly catch Flo, because from the most important things, Flo is making two-stop strategy. He can't make it on softs until the end of the race. Matching behind Sunset Beach Bar stays, but Kadir still goes 1 second behind. Also we have someone leaving the session, but it's probably the driver who retired. Is there someone to stay with? We have 3 drivers retired already. In F1 there would be a big meme party with 15 safety cars out of nowhere. But we're not in F1 now, we are in F3. And 1 hour and 10 minutes later, there happens F2 race. Not me and the commentary, because it's Fizu already ready. How did it sound? I don't know. But he will commentate. I will drive in Ferrari, so you can follow me. Just a little hint. Anyway, is there anyone already lapped? No. Kronk, Rettel and Rick Villepierre are probably hoping for a full safety car so they can gain a lot of time and actually go back to the race. Sunset currently on the 7th place, we can see, but let's go back to the battle for the 5th. Because Gui is, even though he doesn't have the best pace out there, he's making a good strategy, helping him a lot. Rejek will only come closer for him by a moment, but it's not much. I say it's been not on my stream while watching you in quali, so see if it really works. Well, I hope no. Because you have spun out 2 or 3 drivers today. This is how you are definitely going to get a time penalty. Magic goes faster, goes with his personal fastest laps, breaking 126, even though he had a crash a bit. So we have came to the boring stage of the race, but it doesn't mean it's done. Let me just see how many laps have Giraffe done. 6. Same as Sunset Beach Bar. These 2 drivers are surely going for the mediums. Garo with 2 laps on mediums, he's the only one on medium tires. The rest, except the top 2. Wait, Jurn has pitted for soft tires, so he's probably hoping that he will push away. He's already done it by 5 seconds. From Kadir Yucher. But Kadir Yucher is going to gain a lot when Jurn pits. Now Rejak is much faster than Gui. Can he make it into 5th place after turn 13? Not this time, but he still also have a chance. Maybe on the main straight. As we are going to last turn, there is also Sunset Beach Bar with Maciek on the background, but they are separated by 1.5 of a second. And we have also Sunset Beach Bar pitting. Now Jurn and Kadir, maybe not Jurn, but Kadir, Goat and Goat Came are waiting both for Giraffe Esports Flow to pit. I have also spotted a little wing coming out, but it's probably a leaf because, as you can see, many leaves are on the track. Also, Sunset Beach Bar goes for the third stop strategy with medium tires being fitted on. Speaking of that, Zbinalla. When have you written it? Guiguru locks up. Meanwhile, Letl gets 3-second time penalty. As I can see, Kronk and Letl, yes, both are lapped. So we'll go with Rejak, who is very close to Guiguru with only 3 tenths behind. He has the overtake mode. Why he doesn't use DRS? I don't know. Maybe it's stuck offline and he needs to use the overtake mode. And as we can see, they are going to 2 last corners. Maybe I will not show the tire anymore because it embarrasses Vifeld a bit. As now, Rejak is much faster, but he will probably have to wait until turn 3. Even though he has DRS, he is going for his way. He's only 2 tenths behind. He has the overtake ERS mode, now he doesn't. But can he overtake Guir for the 5th place? He locks up with no 5th place. No 5th place anymore. For now. Sunset Beach Bar will fight Rick Villiers. But are they lapped? No, only Cronket Let Gaming are lapped. But Sunset Beach Bar has DRS, has overtake, has much less DRS than Rick, who is not using it at all probably. We are coming into turn 12. No spin Nalas at all. But Rejak cutting a corner. And now he's much faster than Guir. And can he make it into turn 13? Not this time. He doesn't make it anyway. With yellow sector 2 on it, Rick Villiers spun in turn 9 and 10. But he gets back on track, fortunately. Now Rejak tries to make a move on Guir, maybe not this time because it's way too far. 4 tenths is not the gap. But now, can he make it? He's faster, he seems to be at least. But still, he is stuck behind Guir. We know that Australia is not the track with many opportunities to attack. Only, I can say, the main straight. We have yellow flags. Never mind. About the opportunities to attack, I can only spot the main straight, but going with DRS. Turn 3, we have turn 9 this turn with, maybe you will attack turn 13 and turn 15. Meanwhile, Flo is pitting. This means Kadir might, but only might, get back on the lead. But I don't think he's going to make it. Jurn goes on the position number 1, but probably not for too long, as Flo pits for mediums. Sorry Kadir, but you are 4 seconds behind. And he keeps Scott Caney behind too. Currently Jurn has a good race, but after he pits, he will come back on track around 4th or 5th place, so it's still a great result made by him. Rick Villiers with 3-second time penalty. And we can also spot Rejak with Guir fighting for the position number 5. Still. So now lap 18. The leader of Jurn is after sector 3. And we will keep an eye on all Red Bull and AlphaTauri fighting for the 5th. Guir is currently using overtake mode of ERS, but it doesn't give him a lot. Now they're out of turn 12. Rejak is saving a bit of his power. Same as Garo. They are not fighting currently that much. But when Jurn will pit, because His tires are definitely worn, and he is actually forced to pit after 7 laps. But can Rejak finally do it? After a few laps of being stuck behind, not this time. He still has an opportunity on turn 3. Same as Goro doesn't make it on Magic. So we're currently on sector 2. Guir somehow still stays on the 5th place, and is Magic on 7th. I think that if there was Monza this time, not Australia, or Austria, which we don't have in calendar, which we don't have actually, or even Baku, they would be overtaken, but not in this track. Okay, we have Rejak with second time penalty. They are very close to each other, but maybe finally opportunity to attack. Meanwhile, Jorn pits, finally we can say. Rejak tried, also with a switchback. They are going wheel to wheel into turn 14, but with no maneuver made by the pole. Maybe this time? No. We'll still keep an eye on, because Rejak has younger hearts. It now depends if he can save them well, but he's probably also wasting this white striped compound. I mean stripe that subtitles in the Pirelli and other stuff. I'm not native speaker, okay? And yeah, Jorn has pitted on for soft tires, and he has 10 laps to go. Can he make it? Can he overtake Keime at least? Let's see the race director. He has started on mediums, led gaming with so many pit stops, but most of the drivers are doing one stop strategy. Going on board with Rejak and Guiguri still, because this is the battle for the 5th place. Let's see anyway the penalties after 10-12 maybe. And whoa, I was very close to think that Rejak is out. He has 3 penalties. Meanwhile, Guir has none. So even if Rejak overtakes Guir, he needs to escape by 6 seconds. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot. But now he has the overtake RS mode, much better exit. And the RS. Is he able to make it for once and not for all? Not this time. Maybe on the turn, maybe into turn 3. He's faster, at least he seems to be. But it still doesn't help you to make a move, even though Guigor is making a lockup. Same as Polish driver, so this doesn't change. With Maciek getting 3-second time penalty also. It's helping Guigor a lot. And his job on keeping 3 poles behind is also working very well. We are starting the lap 22, because you can see Flo on the line. We have a contact between Guigor and Rejak, but now it's time for Red Bull driver to make a move into turn 13. Very nice indeed. And he makes a position up. Now he has free space to escape, but he needs to make it by at least 9 seconds. Jur makes the fastest lap of the race, stealing that 1 point from Flo. Even though Guigor is using the RS, the battle between them might be called finished. Kronk and Goro both in the pits. Probably the Polish driver has picked up a wing damage, but we'll check that. Yes, he has the near front wing. Is he going to come back behind Rick Riviere? There is a possibility, but he will still get points anyway. And Vibier overtakes Garo for the 9th place. Magic is going closer and closer now to Gurgur, but I also remember him getting some penalties. Same as Sunset Beach Bar now, with 3 seconds added to his race time. Meanwhile, Kami with 1.3 seconds behind. He still stays behind. Magic on the 7th place still, but he is losing less than a second. This means he is able to use DRS, not like Gurgur, so this is an advantage. You can use overtake mode, but it's going to overtake, not this time, even though he's much closer comparing to the beginning of this straight. He goes out of the track for a bit, with DRS system open, but still behind. Let Gaming receives another physical time penalty. So you can spot that Jurn has made it to be very close to Kami and Kadir Yucher. Meanwhile, Gurgur still in the 6th place, but he's trying very limited assists, even though I can say no assists, because I saw that. But seems he improved a lot. And he has... oh, I said something, and... fortunately, he avoided to touch the wall. To hit the barrier. Very nice indeed, Gurgur. Nice save, even though we haven't saw that at all. Still losing a place, but still being ahead of Rejak because of the penalties. Meanwhile, Jurn is on the soft tires, so let's see. Rick has retired! And we have a full safety car because he crashed in turn 12. What we have missed! And that's a random fun on the background if you hear that. Lap 24. And I have flashbacks from some of the Season 3 races. This is a great opportunity for you to save his tires, or maybe pit once again, depends on what Flo will do. Because his all advantage is now vanished. We have a safety car. Lap 25 has just started. Giraffe Esports Flow does decide to pit, and we have safety. Because of the color of the point on the map, I just thought it's Renault. And Gold Kami receives 5-second time penalty for corner cutting, so this is going to be another penalty removed, I guess. But it wastes a lot of his podium chances, and why he's going on mediums? Meanwhile, Kadir Yucher goes on soft tires. This means we're going to have a crazy finish if Flo doesn't escape. Well, I promise to not shout, but I will. Maybe just a bit. But please, forgive me. This is going to be a dramatic finish. Unfortunately for Krong and Left Gaming, it didn't happen while they were at the same lap as the leaders, because as you can see, not this, leader, one lap, so 9 drivers. There is still a point for Krong or Left Gaming, because they will be close to each other, but it doesn't mean more, but it means that they will have no more points, unfortunately. Garo, meanwhile, serves his drive-through penalty. Now hoping for that safety car will go, for sure it will go one more lap. Rejak tries to make it to the podium places, even though he has a massive amount of penalties. But the standings are going to Riot after crossing the line. And also the grid. This is ERO. This is, you know. We can spot that this is the first full safety car this season in the PlayStation divisions. This finally happened. And at the best moment. Like Willem Penalty in Italian F1. Like, there was another safety car, but Euro was the reason of the safety car in the USA. Neither with Euro in Japan. All in F1 races, of course, because I remember them very well. And all of them meant a very big amount of drama. So this is going to be a great finish, I hope. So, safety car is about to come in at this lap, probably. Because only one Alpha is way behind and it's Goro. He still has time. But I don't think he will make it. He will be like 1 second or 2 behind. This race is going to be crazy at the finish. You can see everyone is in the group of drivers staying behind the sea. So let me just advertise it a bit. When the safety car coming in, next lap. So I know what does it mean. This means even crazier finish. We can see Stall stays on the track. Can you check all the penalties? Yeah, I will do that. I will do that. Just a second. Needs to get the confirmation. Safety car still stays in. Let me see. Giraffe, 1, 2 warnings. So we need to watch out. Penalty for urn. Rejak with 3 penalties. Yucher with 1. Keime with penalty plus warnings. 2 invalidated lap times, wow. 2, 3, 4 penalties by Maciek. So much. Gui here. 1 penalty. Sunset Beach Bar with 3 penalties. Garo with 1, 2. Alright. Let's just hope for no crashes. Just clean racing. Well, guys, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be definitely crazy. So let me just make my sword stronger with a bottle of with a bit of water. But this is the time. Probably before the restart, because everyone is there. Come on. Why Kronk and Led were supposed to get the position for Goro, but I don't care about it now. Let's restart the race of the Australian Grand Prix. Only 2 laps left. This means we have a crazy finish. All of the Giraffe's advantage is gone. He was leading by 14 seconds. He just hopes that he will have as good restart as he had the start, when he was already 2 seconds ahead of everyone after lap 1. Caddy Juchek is already a penalty for collision with Kronk, but there he is. We will see that reporter probably after the race, but let's go racing right now as it's 2 laps left. Giraffe still slows down. Can we push now? Yes! We have 9 drivers fighting for the victory today, and all depends on penalties. As you can see, Giraffe still goes on the first, then we have Jurn, Jurejak, Kadir, Kame, and also Maciek. This is the top 6, then we have Guri Guri, also Racing Point, Rating by Sunset and Goro. Well, also Kronk with Led will have at least the fight for the top 10, for the 10th place. Who is the one to make the victory? This is the question. Giraffe Esport Flow already escapes, but only by a 7/10 of a second, so it's not that much. It's still able to catch that him. Also Rejak hopes that most of the drivers will get more penalties, and this will mean his podium. But also, Maciek is much faster than Kame going into turn 12. Turn 11 apparently. With his overtake IS mode, Kame tried to make it back, to make the 5th position back, but he stayed behind. Because he decided to put on mediums. He is losing a lot now. Sam is going good, tries to overtake him. Also you can see Maciek ready to cut Uger. So the ball makes up a lot of places. He wants to make up a lot of places. Jurn is going to finish second. He doesn't get any penalty. We are coming to the last lap of the race. With Flo on the first place by only a second. Now this is a deciding lap of this race. Level Gaming already pit, so this is a sure point for Kronk. Meanwhile, Sunset Beacher tries to overtake Guri Guri. He makes it into 7th place. Same as Goro overtakes Guri to cut the grass to avoid the carnage. Also we have two drivers. Renault, there was a contact between them. We could see that Sunset Beacher cut it inside line way too much. This means with him losing one place, and what about the other one? Whoa, that was very close. So let's go to the front. We can spot the fight for the podium. Can Jurn make it and overtake Flo? This would be crazy finish. But I can see not this time. Rejak is the only one on hards. He's losing a lot on that. He's just hoping that the soft of the rivals will wear very quickly. We have no DRS on this last lap of the race. Flo escapes, same as Jurn. Very good drive made by both of these drivers. And this, at only 2 more corners for Giraffe. We'll stay with the battle for the 3rd place. Nothing happens there. I guess Kadir tries to make a move down the inside, but it's Flo winning the first race of the season. And then we have Jurn on the 2nd place. We have almost 3-wide finish. And who's on the podium? It's Kame with the 3rd place. Goro receives 20 seconds for himself drive through. But what that finish was? Kame, no, it's Guri Guri on the 3rd. Because he had 1 penalty only. And Kame had more. Guri Guri, USA was in F2 was his only podium in F2 division. Now he has a podium in F3 division. So the only thing missing is a podium in F1. Just wow. Guri Guri seems to be very happy about that. I don't know who is driver of the day. You could spot it. Let me see, because I have seen that. It's Guri Guri with driver of the day. Great performance by the AlphaTauri driver, former Toro Rosso, as he made the position number 3. 2 Belgians on the podium with 1 German, celebrating this beautiful race, because it wasn't dirty at all. Maybe there were some contacts, but it wasn't dirty. So basically, Flo, but not with the fastest lap, which is stolen by Jurn. So he will not make a hat trick with winning the race, getting pole position, and also fastest lap. Because as you know, these three things equals getting the hat trick. The standings are crazy. Goro receiving 46 seconds of penalties, but he will definitely get that 20 seconds removed. I don't know. It's the steward. I don't know. But anyway, the stream is finished. And these are the official results of the F3. So I'll see you as a driver, not a commentator, in F2 division. Vizu will replace me, and I just hope for a good race, as it was now. So goodbye, and see you tomorrow, because I will be commentating F1.